Today we're back talking about Donald Trump, current president of the United States.
I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
Breaking down his birthday.
Half a dozen supporters of former President Donald Trump here, gathering here to honor his 77th birthday.
What a great group of people. What a great group.
And why this man is so popular and polarizing.
Go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her.
No.
She's like in a state of shock.
And no one better than Neil is going to share that. So Neil, why don't you share with our audience when his birthday is and why is this guy either, fame or famine? Tell us about his birthday.
Donald Trump, born June 14th, 1946. He has the most fascinating birthday in terms of polarization. People either love him, people hate him, and it's not. So what we need the audience to understand that this isn't about Donald Trump. This is about his birthday.
Right.
Birthday is more accurate than your perception of him or my perception of him. His birthday is who he is. But this birthday in itself is two things. One, people love him or they hate him. And two, his birthday loves beautiful people, beautiful women. So a lot of the things, I think, as we go through this birthday and start talking about the pros and cons and the strengths and weaknesses of his birthday, not only is it him, but if you're born on this birthday or in around this birthday, you will know that this is him and that we're going to be on point.
I wondered if you already, and maybe a trick question, but are there other people born on his birthday that we can reference?
Yeah, the one that's really close is Jordan Peterson.
Oh my gosh, they share the same. Wow.
He's close. Kanye West is 4 or 5 days away either. So Kanye's June 8th. Yeah, so immediately there.
They got that camp of love Jordan Peterson, or hate Jordan Peterson, love Kanye, or hate Kanye. You got love Trump or hate Trump. It's like yin and yang, man, in the same person.
Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man.
Why is that? What is it about this birthday that creates that?
Two things. If you're like him and you share the same traits he has, you resonate with him. If you're not like him and you're looking at him from the outside, he's repulsing to you. But the people who resonate with him or want to be like him because he's very admirable. So for example, when Trump said grab them by the you know what, some people are like, wait a second, hey, that's inappropriate. But there are some men who think that they should be able to grab women by the you know what.
Why does his birthday have such polarizing opinion of you either ride or die or you want to have this person vanish off the earth?
Well, what it is the traits he has are not dull. They're sharp and they're very extreme, right? So when we go into them right now, it's certain things like he's successful, but on the other hand, he's domineering. So many, and people throw out the word narcissist. He's definitely a narcissist. And I define narcissist in the sense of several traits. Authority, yes. Exploitation for his benefit, yes. Self-sufficiency, yes. Vanity, Trump loves Trump, yes. And superiority, Trump loves Trump, Trump's better than Trump, Trump keeps it so when you look at these traits of vanity and you look at these traits of narcissism, he's definitely a narcissist. The problem is let's talk about Democrats for a sec. When Democrats try to vilify Trump, what they don't understand, what I did, Kamala's campaign would have hired me, I would have said, stop attacking him personally. Because the people who love him, they don't care that he said grab them by the you know what. They don't care that he says S-hole countries. They don't care. Right. They look up to him and they say, this is a man who says what he thinks. And unlike most politicians who don't say what they think, he's authentic, he's genuine, and he's the type of man that you want to be like or you want to be with.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's interesting because had Kamala had your input or any opponent, which is one of the benefits and advantages of having a PPA evaluation, your own as well as someone else, whether it's opponent, potential prospect, romantic partner, parent, child, is that you have these unique insights and now you know how to cooperate, collaborate, or combat somebody. So to your point, Trump, I feel sticks and stones don't break my bones. I feel as if What about his sensitivity, though? Is he actually sensitive to, does he give a care about what someone says about him, really, or does he not care?
Well, let's dive into his traits, his
Okay.
negative traits. Okay, so he's got a bunch of negative traits. We'll start. One of them is overly stressed.
Okay.
So he does care.
All right.
And if his feelings get hurt, right? So when other people talk about him negatively or they insult him, or Obama's, did the hand size thing, right? Questioning his manhood.
This weird obsession with crowd sizes.
He really, really cares because he stresses out a lot. He worries a lot, right? And he takes offense to that, this level of insecurity. One of his other negative traits is impatient. And if you actually listen to him when someone else is talking or when they're not getting to the point, you can see him visibly getting impatient because he wants to do things quickly.
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President,
That's
I was going
enough.
to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr.
Excuse
President.
me. That's enough.
Which is admirable, though. Some people he's a man of action. Domineering, I think we know that. Grab them by the you-know-what. He takes charge. I'm going to nuke this country. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He's he's the man. He's in charge.
Right. I feel like this is a longer list of negative traits than other people born on other days. His list is long.
Well,
what else
no,
do we got?
what his list is his list is pronounced.
Okay.
Because certain personalities, their negative traits will hurt themselves or they'll offend themselves.
Okay.
They're insecure with themselves. They don't like how they feel. They're depressed. They're anxious. He has no issue with depression. And this man loves himself a lot. So when we talk about other birthdays like Selena and J-Lo, their negative traits hurt themselves. Addictive, depressed. Trump's negative traits hurt other people. They offend other people.
Right.
So
okay.
it's not that he has more negative traits. It's just his traits are more outward facing.
Okay.
And he's not going to hurt himself. He could hurt other people, which is why he's so polarizing, which is why Selena Gomez doesn't offend anybody. How can she? But she's also not as domineering and powerful as he is.
Got it.
So
Okay.
the Democrats don't understand that this man is a movement because they're so busy being offended, right? Whereas in his mind, his negative traits for his followers are actually positive traits, right? Like domineering, like emotionally volatile. He has a temper. You see that.
Yeah.
Impatient again. So he's really impatient. But what does that do to a political candidate? They want change now. They don't want to hear that it takes a president 3 years to make a difference. Trump wants change now. He's going to build the wall and Mexico's going to pay for it now. Now, is that going to happen? We'll see. But in the eyes of him, he believes everything he says because he's authentic. He's not a liar. Although the other side thinks he is.
Sure. Even if he lied, he would believe his own lies. I feel like he would plant his flag in whatever it is that he's speaking about, right? Like he's really passionate about whatever he's saying. So I get that. How is he with kids? Does it say? Because I saw a couple of reels and whatnot where it seemed like he was just really loving the children.
What's your name?
Name.
Now, he's supposed to look like Donald Trump, but he's actually much too good looking. You are really handsome.
Well, Donald Trump is big-hearted.
Okay.
He's really, which is, again, in stark contrast to he's domineering. So Democrats are going to see him as domineering. People who love him and believe in him, they see him as big-hearted. They see him as warm, aspiring. I saw this video where this woman was crying because she got to tell her 7-year-old that Mr. Trump is president. And she was in tears.
In those dark days, fighting, right now all the tubes have been removed and I have a do not resuscitate order and I have a 7-year-old son.
Right.
And the left didn't see that because to many people, they want to be Trump. They want to aspire to be like him. Another one of his good words is he's attractive.
Okay.
What does that mean? Do you find him good looking? Yes or no? Yeah, people like him. They find him very attractive.
Well, attractive
remember-
is not handsome. Attractive, like when we think about that, even sexy. A lot of people who are sexy may not be good looking or standardly good looking, right? Like a lot of people have teased Trump in the past for his aesthetics or his hair or his the tan color or whatnot, right? Like, he hasn't always been commented or complimented for his natural good looks, but as far as
Says you.
charisma,
Says
right?
You.
Well,
No, I don't agree.
well,
I think there's a lot of.
I've heard attractive is attractive. Yes, he's an attractive man. He's magnetic. People go. You can't not notice that he's in the room, and he will likely be the type of person that expects you to notice him, or he will be the kind of character that cannot go unnoticed. So from that attractive, yes. So it's to each their own there. But I've seen a lot of people that have said he's unattractive.
I disagree with you, and the birthday tells me different.
Okay.
And the birthday tells me that he's an attractive person. You may not like how he looks, but that's you. But
I'm fine with Trump. I'm just expressing that.
I'm telling
I've
you,
had
there's
people say that.
unequivocally,
Probably the haters.
unequivocally, he's attractive. People like him.
Okay.
Women find him attractive. Now, he's almost 80 years old,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he was more attractive at 35. But
Sure.
the birthday says he's a good-looking person.
Okay.
And again, I'm not here to say yes or no. I'm telling you what the birthday says, Carm.
Sure.
And the birthday finds that this man is attractive. They also find that he's sensuous. So on one hand, he's domineering. On another hand, he's sensuous. And as we know, women find men that are sensuous attractive. This guy, people don't understand how he got the women vote. And the left and the Democrats overplayed the abortion card. There are women who care about abortion rights, and we understand that. We get it. But you know what women care about? And I'm not speaking personally. I'm talking about Donald Trump. They want a man who will take care of them. So when he said the line, "I will be your protector," the left wanted to vomit. The right said, "I want a man to protect me." Because you've got this argument now in society where a man is not a man anymore. A man doesn't have the manly values. Donald Trump is attractive, he's sensuous, and he's a protector. And he's domineering. And that takes us to a time where there are many women who voted for him, a lot more than we thought, the Democrats thought, because he is attractive and he's successful and he's ambitious and he's gutsy. You cannot argue that. And that's the thing that Harris and the Democrats didn't realize, is that Donald Trump is attractive to a lot of people.
Well, I just, my eyes were scrolling as you were talking, and I'm listening. That's my ADHD, but I'm looking at his younger photos. I was not arguing with you about him being attractive or not. Yes, the birthday's there, but he is definitely handsome. And I can use the word handsome in many of these older photos. One was comparing him to Elvis Presley. Like, he's side-by-side photos of a lot of good-looking men. So, yeah.
And he's 6'4".
Yeah.
And he's got all his hair.
Yeah.
Right. So, but Carm, this is what's interesting, right? Because you and I, we're both Canadian. Mm-hmm. We don't vote. But what's interesting, we're trying to figure out, if you're on the left, what went wrong. If you're on the right, you don't need to figure it out because you already know these things. Mm-hmm. A couple of his other good words are, he's patient.
Okay.
But I just said he's impatient. How can you be both? When it comes to strategy, patient. The long game. When it comes to his frustration with people who don't agree with him, he's impatient. Who does that sound like? It sounds like children. Children are impatient. Mm-hmm. So again, Trump resonates with people because he is what we want to be, and he is what we don't like, but we wish we want to be. And I think he understood this year that doubling down on Trump was the way to go. And it clearly worked for him. A couple things. One is he's manipulative.
Okay.
How does that help in relationships? Well, he's going to tell women what he thinks. He's going to take charge, and they're going to go along with it. Because the argument is Melania going to move back into the White House? Is Melania going to show up on the campaign trail? I know this. At the end, she was there.
Got it.
Now, right? So Donald Trump is someone who fundamentally gets what he wants. He's also money-wise. We know that. Good with money. And really good with money.
Well, look at this. Jordan Peterson, Kanye West, former billionaire, still in the 400 million. So Trump, billionaire, lost it up and down. But they both have had, all three of these men in the close birthday range has had noticeable successes and failures. Successes, failures, successes. At the end of the day, they're all considered remarkably successful and charismatic. So there you go. So the relationship side, you said, does he choose women based on their, like, do they have to be good looking?
Beauty.
Because he's married a model.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yep.
Beautiful.
His personality, and see, when he talks about women being beautiful, and he's describing it in his mind, because beauty is the most important thing for him. And he wants beautiful women, beautiful cars, beautiful buildings. Beauty to him is the way he sees things. So yeah, Melania is beautiful, but he talked about his daughter is beautiful. He's not objectifying women. He's being Trump.
Right.
And that's the thing. His birthday says that. So we got to less think about he's a bad person. He's unethical. He's this. He's authentically him. And as Americans want something they can believe in that's true. And that's what happened with Kamala Harris. Whether you like her or not, the country didn't believe she was authentic. And Donald was 100% authentic.
We're gonna have to do her birthday for sure. We gotta do her birthday.
You know, with her birthday, we won't go. I'll tease the audience.
Okay.
She's not who we think she is.
Ooh,
and
go ahead.
She's more like Hillary Clinton than we realize, and the voters sniffed it out.
It's not looking good for her post-presidency at all. The stuff that I'm hearing about is terrible. But yeah, we're not gonna go there. We'll wait until it's her turn to be scrutinized and go through that evaluation. What else can you leave with our viewers? If you were born on June 14th, 1946, and this is Donald Trump's birthday breakdown, you could be born on June 14th, 1946, but years matter. So explain a little bit about the differences between the years and this birthday, because you're specifically breaking him down on his date of birth, but it is different if someone was born June 14th, 2020 or 1999, right?
Yeah, so there's the cycle, which repeats itself every 18.6 years, which aligns with the lunar cycle and the moon and the axis of that and so forth. You can just Google it,
Sure.
18.6 years. So every 18.6 years, the cycle repeats. There's 48 different cycles. Donald Trump's cycle is one of 48, which repeats again every almost 19 years. So if someone was born, let's say the same day, but a year later, you're pretty much the same person because you're 3 cycles away from them. If they're born 2 years later, it's 6 cycles away. So, the year matters, but the day matters more. The year is more the way you're going to live your life. The day is your personality traits.
Okay. Based on his birthday in particular, and you can answer yes or no, is Donald a good businessman?
Yes.
Is he a good friend?
If you're a friend to him, then he's a good friend to you, but he's very transactional. It's got to serve him.
Okay. Is he a good lover?
I think if you're looking at the actual love in physical terms, I don't know.
Okay.
But if you're looking at, do women admire him and look up to him? Yes. And that's part of love, is just, you got to admire your man and respect your man. And the women that he's traditionally with do respect him.
Got it. And I think that's everything. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience about Donald Trump based on his birthday that would be valuable?
Yeah, one of the things his birthday says is boundless energy.
It's amazing.
And you can see that the guy does 3, they talk about he does 3 to 4 rallies in a day. He goes for 2 to 3 hours for these rallies. It just, and again, if one of these networks, whether it was Fox or CNN, brought me on, I would explain him so clearly and so objectively. As his opponent, they could have had a much better strategy. They missed the boat completely.
Well, there you go, guys. If you want to have the access that I have with Neil's, ability to break down birthdays, you can check out the link. You can follow him, and you can follow us here on Daily Break TV as we bring more celebrity birthday breakdowns, and we'd love you to chime in. Thanks so much, Neil.
Take care.